So just coming to sit down on your yoga mat. We're going to start in Sukhasana with our legs just crossed at mid-shin. So you can just place your hands comfortably on your knees. We're going to sit up. We'll just start by closing our eyes. So we want to take a few minutes just to kind of ground ourselves. So as you breathe in and out, just have a feeling of your weight settling down onto the mat beneath you. It's a kind of sense of letting go and just giving the body, the weight of the body up to gravity, and then just connecting with your breath. So we don't want to change anything, just noticing the movement of breath in the body, the sensations that brings into the body. Just feeling that movement of breath. You can just have a mantra to repeat inwardly to yourself this morning. You can just say inwardly, I am enough. Just to remind ourselves that we are enough just as we are. Often we don't remind ourselves of that. So then you can just open your eyes and we'll begin. We're going to just begin by warming up the neck. We'll look up to the ceiling and then we'll just bring the chin back towards the chest. So just here for a moment, just notice what you feel on the back of the neck and the tops of the shoulders. We're gently going to just do half neck rolls as we just move our chin just gently from side to side. Coming back to the center, we'll lift up. Now we're just going to turn to look over each shoulder. So turning as much as feels comfortable for you. Just softening on the opposite side of the body. Nice deep breath in and we'll go to the other side. So really check in with what you feel in your body, what sensations, what feelings kind of arise. We'll turn now, so we're just going to drop our ear towards the right shoulder. So now we're feeling this down the opposite side of the neck and the shoulder. So as you breathe in, have a feeling that you're creating space in the body. Breathing out, just releasing any tension. We'll come to sit up and we'll just go to the other side. And then we'll come back up. So we just do a few gentle rolls of the shoulders, so really just lifting and rolling back. Feeling broad and open in the chest. And then we'll just take our hands either side. So lengthen through the spine now. Be aware of the space in between each vertebrae. We're going to come over now. We'll do a lateral side extension. Soften the bottom shoulder. Reach through with the top fingertips. So create space in between the ribs. So we bring our attention to all these different places in the body. So we kind of direct our breath to the area where we feel the tension. And then our attention is also on that place. So we'll lift back up, and now we'll just take a twist. So we can take our hands to the opposite knee. We're going to lift up, take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're just going to turn the body gently to the side now. So feel the torso twisting, the spine moving. We'll come back to center and we'll take that to the other side now. And again, we're just going to come back to the center. We just breathe in, lift the arms up nice and high, lengthen through the sides of the waist, up all the way to the fingertips. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, reach forward. So just allow the arms then to rest gently on the floor. If they reach there, the palms can be facing up. Let the head be heavy. So now just connect with the back of the body. Take a few nice deep breaths into the back. So most of our lung tissue is actually in the back. That's where the biggest part of our lungs is for expansion. So take nice deep breaths in and connect with that part of breathing in the body, in the back body. Nice, steady, deep inhalations and exhalations. So we'll come to sit back up, and now we'll just stretch our legs out in front of us. So coming to sit in Dandasana, we gently pull the toes back towards us. Again, just sitting up to a good height. We're going to just reach forward towards the toes, just allowing the head to come heavy. So a whole nice stretch for the whole of the back of the body here. And again, you're just gently just breathing in and breathing out. You can hold on to the feet if you wish. You can have the legs bent if you need to, and just soften the arms. Just noticing again how you feel and what you feel in the body. We're going to place our hands then just either side of the hips, and we're just going to lift up. So the toes are pointing away. We're lifting up the hips. The arms are working strongly here. So you just lift the body up, take a breath or two in, and then we'll just gently lower back down. Okay? So now we can take our legs nice and wide. We want the feet to be active, so again we're pulling the toes back towards us, trying to sit up to a nice height, feeling the sitting bones level on the floor beneath us. So take a nice breath in and out, and then we'll begin to slide our hands down the legs towards the feet, just coming forward, letting the head come heavy and come forward as well. You can rest the hands on the floor in front of you or keep them on the feet. So you'll really feel this in the inner groins and the adductors. And then when you're ready, we'll just come to sit back up. We're going to flow a little bit now with the body from side to side. So we're just bringing in a bit of a rocking motion. Just doing that a couple of times from side to side, and then we will take a side stretch. So I'm hooking my elbow onto the inside of my leg. You can simply place the arm towards the other leg or down the inside. We're going to lift the other arm up and over. And we're trying to get some revolving going on in the chest. Just let the body gently open up. So we'll come back up, and then we'll start to do that on the other side. So we'll lean over. Either the arms just coming onto the inside. I'm using my elbow to help me revolve the torso. I'm going to lift that top arm up and over, just gently resting the hand on my head. And then just coming to sit back up for a moment. We're going to turn to face over the right leg, and then we're just going to lean into that leg just for a few breaths now. Coming back up, and we'll come to the other side. So you just notice where you feel all of this, in which parts of the body. And then again coming to sit up. So we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So this is where we bring the soles of the feet together. I'm just going to change my position on the mat. So the soles of the feet are coming together. You can take hold of the feet or maybe the shins and the ankles. Again, just coming to sit up, Maybe there's a little bit of movement in the legs. It's kind of like fluttering our wings. So just moving the legs gently up and down a little bit. And then coming to sit up. Just take a few breaths in and out here. And then we're going to bring the knees together. So we're going to gently rock back now. We're going to come into half boat pose. So I'm leaning back. I just want to find that center of balance where I can lean back. Sometimes it can help to have a book or something behind you as a break. Just bringing the legs out in front. Seeing if we can just bring the hands away so it works quite strongly into the abdominals. We're just going to hold there for a count of 5. My legs are shaking. That means it's working. And then maybe straightening the legs. So really squeeze the legs together. And then we'll release. We'll come back to crossed legs. We're going to bring the hands forward, rocking forward, and just finding our way then into this tabletop position. So the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. So we'll just breathe in, we'll allow the abdomen to sink towards the floor. Lift the tailbone, shine the chest through the arms. So a nice curve in the spine, and as we exhale, we're going to round, tuck the chin in towards the chest, really lift the navel. Nice deep breath in. And then as we exhale, find that rounding again. And one more time. And nice rounding in the spine. We'll come back down into our tabletop position. We're going to bring the right leg long behind us, the left arm out. Just see if you can lift off. So looking down at the floor might be easier. Take a nice breath in. As we breathe out, we're rounding the back. We're going to bring the knee and the elbow towards each other. So 2 more times. So we'll do 5. And then we'll just let that foot go. And we'll come and do the same thing then on the other side. So we're just going to bring the left leg out long. Then the right, we'll find our balance as we lift up. Nice breath in and do 5. And then we'll come back down. Okay. So next we're just going to take the right leg long behind us. We'll roll the instep onto the mat. Can bring the other foot out to act as a little bit of support, and then we're going to bring the arm up towards the ceiling. See if you can lift that bottom hip. The arms really coming up, the shoulders are stacked, the bottom foot's really pressing into the floor, and then we might take this arm up and overhead. So full stretch all the way down through the body. Nice breath in and out. And then we'll bring the arm back down, and we'll start to bring the other leg long behind us now. So again, just turning onto the instep, lifting the arm up. So finding this levity and lightness in the body, bringing the arm up and overhead, really reach those fingers away. Nice deep breath in and out. Lengthen through the whole side of the body. And then we'll come back down. So again, we'll find ourselves back in our tabletop position. This time we're going to walk the hands forward. We're coming into an extended puppy. So we're going to start to drop now the chest towards the floor. You can either keep your spine completely straight, or you can allow there to be a dip in the lumbar spine as you just really open the armpits and the chest towards the floor. And then nice and gently, we'll just come back up from there. So we'll come up onto our knees now, and we're going to take a little back bend. So we're coming into camel pose, Ustrasana. Do need to watch your back, so we can just bring your hands gently at the back of the waist as you start to just curl. So the hips go forward, but the spine moves up into your back. So really let the shoulders open. Feel the chest opening, the heart opening. Maybe you're lifting the arms up and overhead. Just take a nice deep breath in and out. So it really opens up the heart and the lung tissue. It's a fabulous pose. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to come up into a downward facing dog. So back in our tabletop, let's spread our fingers nice and wide. We're going to tuck the toes under. We'll lift the knees, lift the hips up as high as you can. So we do that first, lifting the hips up nice and high. And then we start to push the body back towards our legs. The legs can either be bent, or you try and bring the heels back down towards the floor. It's a nice straight spine. The neck is nice and free, so you can kind of move the head around a little bit, maybe moving the feet a little bit as well. Nice deep breath in and out here. Nice bend in the knees if you need to. And we're going to see if we can walk the hands back. So the hands are walking back now towards the feet. So we come into Uttanasana, our forward fold. And for some of us, again, this is fine. If you need to have the legs bent, you can be in this pose, and then you can just practice straightening the legs as you come forward. So just taking a nice deep breath in and out. So really extending the spine forward, connecting with the movement of breath in the body. Again, we're just going to turn the feet out. We're going to bend the legs out to the side. So we're just coming now a little bit from side to side. And then from here, we're just going to allow our bottom to come back onto the floor. We're going to lie down. We're going to draw the knees then in towards the chest. Rocking just a little bit from side to side. We're going to take the hands then just behind the head. We're just going to do a few things for our abdominals. So I'm taking the opposite elbow towards my knee. The other leg comes long. Maybe 5 or 10 on each side. Then just hug the knees back into the chest again. From here, you'd come to lie down. So you're just going to simply let the legs come long, let the palms face up towards the ceiling. So coming into Shavasana, our resting pose. And this is where you get the opportunity to integrate what you've done into the body. So it's always wise to allow ourselves that period of rest at the end of our practice. And you just tune in, notice how your body is feeling now. And as you breathe out, just allowing the body to really melt into the mat beneath you. Nice deep inhalations and exhalations. And obviously you could stay there for as long as you wanted or needed to before coming back up. And we can just end the practice just coming to sit cross-legged on our mat again, closing the eyes and just reminding ourselves of our mantra, our positive affirmation, I am enough. Thank you. Namaste.